Hey YouTubers, this is Sifu Lin. Wing Chungers, we're going to talk about footwork. Footwork is something that is definitely necessary. The reason why footwork is so important is because it helps control and helps regulate your breathing. It helps control and regulate your heart rate. It helps control and regulate your posture. It helps control and regulate the way you're thinking, your arm position, your arm speed, your balance, of course. It helps the way and control the way you move about the floor, how you position your feet, of course, your stance and your balance, your pigeon toe or crane foot, or I heard bar stool. Bar stool because bar stools are really strong and steady. I've heard that before. And the thing is that using these stances or using this stance is so that you're not moved over or moved off your center line. Your stance is set up like this, like a tripod. You can see my thumb in the back because you're set up to where your balance is sitting back off itself. So when you stand and you're sitting back off yourself like this is your weight point, tilted back this way. Not so far on this type of angle, but tilted back, sitting back off your hips like this, to where your balance is there. You can see your balance is here like this, if it was on the floor. So you're tilted back like this. And with not so much of a greater angle, but you understand what I'm talking about, Wing Chungers. You understand what I'm talking about in regards to your balance and your stance. But some will have you like this with one foot back to help compensate for the hip weight and posture that may come later on, and sitting back like that can get really heavy. So you may have one foot slightly back than the other. Which one, I don't know which one they'll have you do, but if you was in my class, if you was in front of me, I would have you put the most comfortable foot back that you have, that gives you most control or most strength. I would have you put that foot back first and the more lesser foot or the weaker leg in front, so that you learn better control in kicking and balance with that foot first. I wouldn't have you put your most coordinated foot in front so you can do all your kicks with that, because that one will learn faster after the most uncoordinated leg and or foot. The whole purpose behind that is to teach and train the body to work together, more evenly. The most coordinated side, if you're right-handed, will learn faster than the most uncoordinated side. Same to be if you're left-handed. The left-handed side will learn faster than the right. But if you're left-handed, your right-handed side will be more prone to learn almost or just as fast as a left-handed person, because of being born theoretically from a right-handed mother and or father. You can't be born by your father, but your father having the genes or being right-handed is sitting there, just installed in you to be right-handed, but you still can come out being a left-handed child. Now, the aspects behind that, as it relates to Wing Chun, is this. Getting back to being left-handed or having a weaker leg in front of you will train you to be more coordinated in your stance, will help you get a bigger and better, stronger stance later on in your self-defense life. As you learn Wing Chun, it will help you do that. It will also help you when you move about the floor. You won't get as tired. There should be time to where you would only in class, work on footwork, not just your hands all the time. You shouldn't be working on hands all the time. You shouldn't have to be doing all the time. You shouldn't have to be doing that all the time. You should be working on footwork. Get up, set, and then footwork. For 10, 15 minutes straight. Footwork. Nothing but. Not even lifting your foot off the ground. Just sliding. Just sliding. 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 Inside a square. Sliding. 5 foot square. 3 foot square. 5 foot square. 3 foot square. 5 foot square. 3 foot square. Just sliding around. Just sliding around. Changing direction. Changing direction. Seesaw with your foot. Just sliding. Sliding, 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 sliding. Then you get in the center. Then you lift your feet. And you kick. On a compass. Start in the middle. North, south, east, west. North, south, east, west. North, south, east, west. And you do that. And then you go north, south, northeast, southwest, east, northwest, southeast. You do those points. You understand what I'm saying? You hit the main points on the compass. Northeast, south, and west. Then you go northeast, southeast, southwest, northwest. You hit those points too. Then you hook them all together. You circle them. You tag them together. All together. But you stand in the middle, circled. On your strongest leg, you work the weakest leg. And you get that flowing. You get that flowing. And once you get your balance developed to where you can make contact with those points all by themselves, collectively stronger all by themselves, and you can get it contact with contact pads, then you can switch to the right leg, have the right leg in front. But you must develop strength in your stance. You must have a good enough stance to where you can flow through the floor evenly, quickly, smoothly, with no mistakes. Your stance, you can't have no mistakes on. Your stance is something that you must practice all the time. More than just your hands. Your stance has to be flawless. Your stance has to be flawless. Your hands have to be really good, but your stance has to be flawless. You have to practice your stance all the time. All the time. All the time. Your stance has to be practiced all the time. All the time. Stance, stance, stance. That has to be repetition. No ifs, ands, or buts. That has to be repetition is your stance. You have to get it done. Has to be repetition. Your arms, your hands can be whatever. I say whatever, meaning it has to be good. It has to be fast. It has to be correct. It has to be able to change from pattern to pattern to pattern to pattern. But it's easier to correct your hands than it is to correct your stance. Your stance can only be corrected so much. Okay? So, footwork and your stance go hand in hand. Practice them. Perfect them to the best of your ability. Calmly, smoothly. Work on them. Okay? Get them down. Get them down. Move about the floor smoothly. Make no noise. Start out shuffling your feet. As you get better, become quiet. Become quiet. Know your surface. Know your surface. Okay? Know your surface. That's how come Wing Chungers don't lift their feet up off the ground. They're constantly learning their surface. Know your surface. Okay? Stance. One of the most important, or the most important part, the most important physical part of martial arts is your stance. The most physical part of martial arts is your stance. Learn it. Understand it. Concentrate on it. Whoever has the best stance is going to win the fight. Because from that stance, you can do more things. If they have faster punches, then you have a faster kick. If they have a faster kick, then you better have a faster retreat and advance with your stance. Okay? Practice your stance. Understand your stance. Learn your stance. Don't panic. Don't panic. Okay? There should be time in your class. Okay? From your teacher, your master, your sifu, your friend, your brother, your uncle, your father, your mom, your sister, okay? Your auntie, whomever's teaching you, okay? There should be time to where they take and they practice just your stance. There should be time to take it out just to work on those things, and they should help you side by side, not front to back, but side by side, and you work side by side together. Okay? I learned my sifu, she tied her feet together, bungee cords. She took a step, I had to take a step. Because if I didn't take a step, she beat me up. That was just it. If I didn't step when she did, when I felt that bungee cord tighten up, I had to step. Because if I didn't, she beat me up. That was just it. That was just it. She beat me up. And I was close to her. Real close to her. She stepped, I stepped. She stepped, I stepped. You know? And it wasn't a Wing Chun stepping pattern. It's whichever way she stepped, I had to step. No matter how big or how far she stepped, I had to step. And she was taller than me. She was like 6 feet something. I'm only like 5'8", 5'9". She's like 6. She was like 6'2". Really? But I had to take those steps. My steps are good now. Oh, I can step. Because I trained to step. I step all the time. Stance. Footwork. All the time. All the time. Okay? Work on it. Work hard on it. Okay? Concentrate. Concentrate. And you'll be okay. This is Sifu Watson talking about Wing Chun, footwork, and stance. The importance. I'll talk to you later. Happy Sunday. Praise God. Gotta love him. Gotta love him. See you later.